Hey there. Greetings. Good to have you. It's July 25th, 2018. Wednesday. Happy hump day. Halfway through the week, y'all. Hope you're having a good one. I am walking the same route I've been walking the last few days. So, the scenery may look familiar. Look, this is fresh. Hey, alfalfa. A staple American crop. Today I have been pondering, not the meaning of life, no. Something less profound, but not trivial, not in my opinion. I've been pondering the rivalry that exists between Marvel Comics and DC Comics. Yep, really important stuff here. Not really the comics so much, though, as the movies. I was thinking back through the history of all the superhero movies. When I was a kid, I will say, I loved Christopher Reeves in the Superman movies. For their era, they were fantastic. They were great. I wouldn't recommend dusting them off now, as they will probably just try your patience. As do most DC movies nowadays try my patience. Which is interesting, because I would say growing up, if I had to say if I was more a DC guy or a Marvel guy, I would say DC guy. Because Batman and Superman, I think they're the two major superheroes. They're like the Alabama and USC of superheroes. But now I would say these days, movie-wise, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is crushing the DC Cinematic Universe. And Marvel's got an advantage. Warner Brothers owns the rights to all of DC's best heroes for movies. And going through the 90s, like, the first couple Batman movies were great with Michael Keaton. With Val Kilmer and George Clooney, it was like, what the hell? Arnold Schwarzenegger as Dr. Freeze. Or is it Mr. Freeze? Doesn't matter. But I think he's got a doctorate in freezing things. But, shit. At that point, it's like, what has happened to these movies? Phew. Uma Thurman is Poison Ivy was fun, and her sidekick Bane. Man, when you look at what Hardy did with Bane compared to him, it's like, ugh. Because fast forward. Christopher Nolan took over the Batman series, and that was where I thought superhero movies had taken a real turn into something amazing. Like, I loved how Christopher Nolan redid the Batman movies. I'm like, oh, he's making it seem more plausible and realistic. Heath Ledger's Joker that's immortalized forever. It's like, that was such a different take on the Joker. And because before, think all the way back to like Adam West, that Joker, like, it was like, this would never happen. But with Heath Ledger, you're like, oh man, that could happen. Yeah, oh. Like, that was an understandable Joker and a scary, psychotic, sociopathic Joker. It was great. still my favorite. Some people like Jack Nicholson, but like I like Heath Ledger way more than Jack, and what the hell with the Suicide Squad? What's his face from 30 Seconds to Mars? What's his name? Can't even remember. That was a weird Joker. Well, which leads me to my next point. DC saw what Marvel was doing with their universe, and they're like, we've got to follow suit. So they, tried to create a DC cinematic universe, but it's sucked. It has not been what it could have been. It has sucked. The Joker, Harley Quinn was hot and fun in the movie. Will Smith was a cool Deadeye. But and I liked the Superman's standalone film. I liked the music. I liked that. I like that movie. That's been my favorite DC cinematic universe movie. But Marvel comes in and listen, every Marvel movie coming up to the Marvel Cinematic Universe was laughable. Did any of you see the early Captain America films in like 92? Oh, check it out just to see how bad it is. I think it might still be on Netflix. So bad. The X-Men movies, not that great. The Spider-Man movies, nah. They all took themselves too seriously. Superhero movies cannot take themselves too seriously because they're so fantastic. No, unbelievable. You gotta do something. You gotta like be a little bit smartass with them. Like Marvel just keeps getting better and better. The new Ant-Man movie, sick. Man, they just keep getting better and better. Like they're perfecting it. The Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst, there were some classic moments. The upside down kiss, all that. Still though, too damn serious. Spider-Man ends up turning into a whiny little bitch. They ruin it every time. But then, 2008, Iron Man comes along with Robert Downey Jr. First real Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. And they kill it. It's like, you love Tony Stark. You love, eventually, the people at Marvel Comics were sitting around and they just got sick of what theaters were doing, studios were doing with their stories. They're like, pretty soon they're like, screw this. Let's just do it ourselves. So they make Marvel Studios. And like I said, they had a slight advantage over DC because, some of their best characters still had never been put into a movie. By the time they come around to the first Avengers, every single one of the main characters in that movie had either starred in their own movie or been in those movies as main roles. DC recently came out with Justice League. We hadn't even met some of the characters yet. Flash, Aquaman. They made both those characters cooler, but we hadn't built up any backstory. It was hard to care at all about that movie. As opposed to Christopher Nolan's version of Batman, which was so awesome, where we just came to love, what's his name? Newsies guy. Shit. I really should research actors' names before these damn videos. Christopher Nolan's Batman, American Psycho. Screw it, you know who I'm talking about. We all loved him. We learned why we fall. The Joker, Bane were awesome. Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul. Oh, shit. Those were amazing, man. They were on the right track. But now Ben Affleck is Batman. First thing they do is make him an unlikable prick, man. It's like, oh, Batman's a total asshole now. Oh, look, he's trying to kill Superman. Dickhead. Man, they waited quite a while to do Captain America Civil War, where they're like facing off against each other, and then they made it so emotional. And even in the end, you're like kind of understanding where they're coming from. It's like, oh man, Captain America's best friends with the Winter Soldier, Bucky, the White Wolf, the guy who killed Iron Man's mom and dad. Yeah, Iron Man's understandably pissed off when he finds that out. It's like, oh shit. And he still wasn't gonna, like, you know, fight Captain America. But Captain America was like, I gotta defend Bucky. Because Bucky's like, was brainwashed, Manchurian candidate. Couldn't help it, man. But I'm sorry, I totally did do it. Yeah, I killed your mom and dad, bro. My bad. They made me do it. We'd all care though. We'd all be pissed. It's like, hey man, you still killed my mom and dad, and I am pissed. And I've got an indestructible suit of armor. I'm gonna fight you. So yeah, they waited a long time, and that was building up to something huge, the Infinity War. Well, shit. DC, like, got a bit prematurely blew their metaphorical load. Makes Batman versus Superman. It's like, whoa guys, whoa. Make them friends first, so that people give a shit when they fight. It's like they didn't even know each other, and who gives a shit? Nobody gave a shit. Because they didn't build any backstory, they didn't do any character development, and they were just so amateur about it. It's like, you guys should know, you guys have been making movies for years. How can you fuck this up so badly? And they did, and they have. Nobody gives a shit about DC Universe because they have not done any character development, so nobody relates to the characters or gives a damn. But everybody feels like they're friends with the people in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because they've done so much character development. They made 2 Iron Man movies before they ever made the Avengers. The 3rd Thor movie, they broke the mold again. 2nd Guardians of the Galaxy, 2nd Ant-Man. Every time, Black Panther just destroyed the box office. And the conclusion they're leading it up to in the everybody is speculating. Nobody can stop talking about it. What is the second installment of the Infinity War going to be? Everybody's just arguing about what it's going to be called. You know you're doing good if you create a studio and then Disney wants to buy it. Because Disney does not buy shit. They don't buy second class crap. They only buy the best. And now that I just thought about it, Disney just bought Fox, and Fox owned most of the rest of Marvel. And they were able to, you know, kind of seduce Sony into giving them some rights to Spider-Man. Like, damn, dude, pretty soon Disney's gonna own every studio, and there's never gonna be an R-rated movie again ever created. It's inevitable. They bought Star Wars because they knew the potential, and now there's 9 Star Wars movies in the works, and they're gonna kill with it. They're gonna make billions. They're gonna make billions with Marvel. They're probably gonna take Fox's properties and make billions with them. They just know what they're doing. They know how, and they make a plan over time, and they don't vary from it. But WB and DC is just, in contrast, been terrible with the potential that they have in front. Like, you could take these stories, because DC's got good comics. DC's got great ingredients, and they are just using some shitty chefs, man. Like, damn, what have they done to Batman? Everybody fucking hates Batman now. Ben Affleck, shit. I will give you this, we're given a terrible script to work with. But then you took a terrible script and did a terrible job, and now everybody hates Batman. Superman isn't that sympathetic anymore. Wonder Woman, just, damn. DC is in shambles. That was really a power shift, because DC used to be the king. The Batman movies used to be the standard. The Superman movies were pretty standard. And they are just fading from relevance. I don't see, like, unless they change their formula big time, I don't see how they can ever possibly compete with Marvel. I'm excited for the new Titans movie, because this summer I've been a bit isolated and in true nerd fashion have fixated on Teen Titans Go. Oh, I'm loath to admit that. But yeah, watching a lot of Teen Titans Go. It amuses the shit out of me. So I'll be waiting patiently for the next Marvel movie. I love them. I love them all. Movie-wise, I'm a Marvel guy. DC ain't showing me shit. I don't expect them to show me shit. DC movies suck now. The days of Christopher Nolan are long past. Heath Ledger's dead. 30 Seconds to Mars guy fucked up the Joker. Everybody's like, he's gonna do a good job, and then he didn't. So Marvel is not just the current king of the superhero movie world. They're the emperor. There's no competition to take out. Unless DC steps up their game, they're not even in the same league. It's like Major Leagues versus Preparatory School. Final verdict. Marvel by far. Marvel is the god of the superhero movie world. DC, you better change some shit. You better do it fast. Or, like, you're gonna die forever. Thanks for watching the show. They keep getting longer, sorry. Subscribe, like, peace out.